And this is what I mean by cheated. This whole idea of cheated to me is it's propagated by obviously Western society. It's propagated by the powerful females. This idea that no man should ever dare fuck anyone but them. And to me, it's asinine. I have a relationship. I've been in a relationship for 6 years. I fuck anything that moves. She knows I do it.
Yeah.
And she stays with me anyway.
Yeah.
And the reality is, because I've never hidden it, I've never lied about it.
Yeah.
It's her choice. She can leave if she wants to leave.
Yeah.
She decides to stay with me because I've always been honest with her about who I am and what I want in life.
And I'm guessing she enjoys the hell out of that.
Virgil doesn't have time for meaningless ideologies. He's a motivated man with plenty of duties to take, such as amputating his son's arm to cure him of this demon cancer and gaining
motivation.
And with his concentration ability being unparalleled, he is able to deflect dogshit opinions with ease. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna get fucking killed for this. So, here's the thing. This concept of filtering your thoughts, or filtering your opinions from all the content that you watch, is not something new. We know about this. We know about the fact that we shouldn't just take everything that we listen to for granted. However, with the uprise of a few personalities, listed obviously in the title as you've seen, I noticed that now more than ever it's important to filter your thoughts and filter what you hear and be careful what you absorb and take in at face value. Alright? Now, I'm using these three characters, Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, and Hamza, as three concepts from which we can learn. This is not an attack on any of them. This is more of a, this is how you should listen to them and take in what they're saying. Because some of the things that they're saying are good. Not all the things they're saying are good, but I think it's more important than ever before to filter your thoughts. Because I'm not gonna lie, if you listen to them like gospel, you're gonna end up like the crazy feminists on the other side. Because here's what I've realized, and I guess we'll just go and get started with the first character.
Instead of actually getting rid of her, I'll keep fucking her, but I'll fuck her different.
Andrew Tate, to me, has some good takes. Yeah. He has some good takes. I think the concept of men becoming weak, men becoming more feminine nowadays, and not being attuned to their purpose, I think that is true. Very much agree with it. But there was a video recently that I saw, and maybe I'll just show you the title. I don't even need to show you the video. Hold on, let me just. And here's what I'll say. Before you attack me, before you say anything, what if a woman said it? If a woman said some shit like, in order to control him, you must withhold sex, what would you say? Now take that and apply the same logic to Andrew Tate. Apply the same logic. Because if you think about it, Andrew Tate and the feminists are two sides of the same coin. They operate under the same ethos, which is being petty and being vengeful towards women. Like, to me, I don't know, to me, if some, like, woman does some shit to me, I literally be like, alright, peace, moving on. I ain't got time to worry about this. I ain't got time to be like, okay, so I need to make her insecure, so the best way that I'm gonna do that. Who the fuck's got time for that? If a woman said some shit like this, you'd think she's a loser. Wouldn't you? You'd think she's a loser if she said that. Apply the same logic. And this is where the filtering of the thoughts comes into play. You need to be able to take what Andrew Tate says, which, okay, some of the shit of starting a business and getting fit and trying to ignore your feelings over your rational thinking. Like, that's not bad things. You should absolutely take that and apply it to your logic. But I do not think you should take everything that he says, because first of all, he lives in a different tax bracket than all of us. So unless you're there, maybe don't apply it, because it's not gonna help you. Not really. Realistically, is it really gonna help your day-to-day life? Or are you even gonna be able to do most of the that he says? Probably not. And even in, again, I think the reason why he is able to get away with this is because he's polarizing. And polarizing is a very strong technique, and I've been trying to apply it recently myself in my day-to-day life, which is just to be very extreme in your views. But this works only if you're unable to look yourself from a third person's perspective and realize, yo, if this shit was on the other way around, if this shit was said the other way around, I'd be pissed. If you're not able to think that, then yeah, I can definitely see how you could relate to Andrew Tate's content. But probably not.
We are better than you, period.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, these two I'm not even sure. You should just filter everything, because most spew that they say is just complete bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, here's the thing. I don't necessarily, like, if you watch Fresh and Fit, be my guest. You know, if you watch Fresh and Fit, be my guest. I'm not here to, like, judge you. I'm not here to etc. But I just think they're fucking losers. Straight up losers. Because I remember there was this, and here's the thing. I'm not just saying they're losers without any context. I remember there was this one video where, do you know how they say that you should never take a used up, like, quote unquote, a woman that had a high body count and that's been, you know, around the block, let's say that, and if they were on sugar sites or if they have a lot of dating apps, if they're high body count, etc. They shouldn't do that. What did goofy ass Fresh do? What did Walter do? Bruv. He was with Miranda, which was basically on sugar sites. She ticked every single one of the boxes, but then homeboy goes around and says, no, she hasn't been tated. She's not like other Miami girls. What the f***? These guys go against the very principles which they themselves say. And this is why, to me, they lose a lot of credibility. Now, this is another thing, and this is where the filtering of your thoughts really comes into play. I remember they were on this one podcast, and they decided to talk about the male and female dynamic. And they were constantly saying women are not the same, or at least Myron. Walter was just not talking shit at all. But Myron was just constantly talking about how women are not the same, etc., etc. But then, if you pay attention closely, if you watch Andrew Tate's speech, and theirs, it's the exact same. So to me, this shows that these two, I'm not going to talk too much on Walter, to be honest. I don't have that much. Like, Myron to me just seems kind of goofy. Walter's actually alright. Walter's not that bad. If you look at the way Myron was talking in that podcast, he was speaking the exact same way that Andrew Tate speaks. The exact same way, which to me shows that he is incapable of filtering his own thoughts and filtering his perspectives to the world. Because if Myron took some of the things that Andrew Tate said, filtered it, and then applied some of his own reasoning to realize, okay, this is true because of X, then okay, he is now capable to filter his thoughts properly and adopt some of the things that Andrew Tate says. But he didn't. He was just copy and pasting. And when the podcast owners came up with some good arguments, he just reverted to saying, men and women are not the same. Men and women are different. You look like a mug. When you say stuff like that, you look like a mug. And that's, to me, why filtering your thoughts is so important. You need to be able to realize. And I guess I haven't explained how exactly you filter your thoughts. You take what something said to you, and you say, okay, I can see how this works, so I'm gonna adopt this. And then you look at something else and then you say, okay, I can't really see how this works, so I'm gonna throw it to the side. If you can't rationalize how a certain logic works, then don't adopt it. Because why would you adopt it? That's stupid. In any case.
Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. Hamza is the one that I least want to talk shit over, because he is capable of filtering his own thoughts and filtering the content that he takes. So he gets a pass. I'm not gonna shit on him too much. I'll cult leader, bruv. Praise the Lord. But there was one moment where Hamza slipped into the exact things that I've been talking about throughout this video, which is, I remember he was watching a Fresh and Fit content during a certain period. I think it was around the summer of 2021. I can't remember exactly the time period of when that happens. What happened though is that he posted a video in which he says that you should you should abandon your girlfriend, or you should leave your girlfriend and focus on your purpose and focus on your task. Do you know what homeboy does like a week after, I want to say? He makes an entire video about how he did it, but then he regrets it. So to me, that shows that he wasn't able to filter his thoughts and filter this perspective. He was mindlessly consuming the Fresh and Fit content and just adopting everything that they say without really thinking it. Now, he has learned, so that's why I can't really talk shit on him now. But I'm trying to use him as an example of even someone of Hamza's mental capability, because Hamza is insane in terms of his mental potential. Even he can fall prey to consuming red pill content and just mindlessly spewing it out without really thinking of the repercussions. Hamza didn't really think of the repercussions of leaving his girlfriend. Hamza just thought of, I need to work on my purpose, so I need to leave my girlfriend. That will allow me to work endless hours. But then he ended up, ironically, he ended up not working for another week or so because he was depressed from leaving his girlfriend. So there's an irony to that. This is where we really need to be careful, especially if you're in this red pill sphere and you're consuming all this content. You need to be very aware of what it is that you're taking in, what it is that you're consuming, and what it is that you're adopting. Because if you're not going to be able to be careful with those things, you're going to end up making poor decisions just because someone said so. You need to think for yourself above all. And you need to use that information and defy your destiny accurately.